Well, we just got some breakfast at the trade post. Michael and I are headed to do some post-season scouting. This is going to be a 3-part video to cover. What we'll cover, Mike?
Why postseason scout and why you should postseason scout. We're looking for old big boy today, big boys.
Yep. So we're going to be talking about shed hunting. We're going to be talking about creek crossings and bluff gaps, and how to hunt those. So we're headed to the woods. Yep. Got biscuits, got water, ready to go. Well, we already almost got stuck. Tires are good muddy. Off to a good start.
So we're in what we call post-season. This is early March, and one of the best times to do scouting. It's my favorite time to do scouting and shed hunting because you know what's happened during the rut and what's happening now. So we're gonna go out and hit the woods. It just rained yesterday, so everything will be fresh. So we're out in this beautiful country. So one of the most beautiful places in Alabama to me. So we're gonna hit some trails. We're gonna break it down to different zones because we're in a hilly part or hilly country. So from 1,000, 1,100 foot down to, sea level, basically where the creeks are at and stuff. So we're gonna start out at different zones. We're gonna start out high right now, then look for sheds, run trails above some crossings and some little travel corridors and edges and stuff like that. So we're just basically gonna hit the woods walking. It's like I say, everything's brown. You can see any kind of habitat change, any change that you see, we're gonna go hit it and look for edges, maybe some beds higher, if there's any honeysuckle, what greenbrier is left and all that, and just look for we're looking for big old tracks. And oh, look right here. We're gonna look for sheds too, so. All right, we'll talk about sheds a little bit. I found this a couple years ago. I found this one first, like in June, July. Then if you find a shed in the woods, hey, you got a great starting point, especially one like this. So that means his next season, he would have been a 130-inch buck, I'm assuming. And actually it was. I actually seen this deer the next season and screwed up a good chance of shooting him with a bow. But anyway, that's another story. I carried a buddy to this area that fall to hunt when he found the actual other one about 50 yards from where I found this one. So this is a nice 10 point. You can find stuff like this right now, but they're tough to find. But hey, that's a blessing to find. So I also found this one, say 10 years ago.
Eat the crap.
Eat the crap because it's been on the ground a while. But I found this in the same general area as where I killed the state record muzzleloader deer. And this sticker right here is almost a match, and the frame and the way the brow tine looks is almost a perfect match. So when you find a shed like that, it's gonna let you know what type of genetics are in the area, and these genetics will carry on for years. This buck, he could have been a 160 or whatever. These big ones are hard to find because dang squirrels, pigs, whatever finds them first, and they get eat up. But anyway, same area as that 10 point, so that's two different kind of genetics. This one was found same general area, but about a half a mile away. And hey, David, does this look familiar? David, you know who I'm talking about. That looks real familiar. You'll know. Look at your deer. These genetics will carry out, like I said, same area. So that's 3 different types of genetics in one, say, a mile and a half area that I picked out where I kind of concentrate on hunting at certain times of the year. So this is what you're trying to find, you're hoping to find, but you might not. But hey, we're gonna look for tracks, sheds, but this is the ultimate goal to give you, like I say, you find a shed, you find a starting point, that's his core area under a normal situation. Now if you've had a real rough winter and you find sheds close to, say, greenfield or stuff like that, that might be because there wasn't much food. You might find it there, so you might have to spread your scouting area out. But right now, this will be the 5th year of everything being green. So a deer are a browser, so they're gonna browse around, especially a big buck. He just takes off walking, browsing, then get somewhere where he can feel comfortable to bed in his home core area, which will be a mile or so. Then We're just gonna hope to find tracks and maybe get an idea of how a buck is using and make a plan for next year, because most of my hunting plans are made this month and next month for the next season.